What's going on, and good morning. It's my last day at French Creek State Park, and this little section might look familiar. This is the Scott Run Lake. Scott Run Lake. And I was through here on the first day. So it was Tuesday, Friday now. And I kind of alluded to, I think I edited out part of it, but I alluded to a mystery trail that I wanted to hike. And I'm going to do a section of that today. So I wasn't sure I was going to get to it. I'm not going to do as much as I originally wanted to, but at least I'll do a good chunk of it, at least in the park. That is the 110-mile Horseshoe Trail. Dragon and I came across this last year sometime up at the terminus at the AT, and start looking into it. It's backpackable. Lodging is a little tricky because it doesn't really go through state forest or anything like that. So there's just some logistics to look into to get it done. Although one of the spots you could stay would be here. You could rent a campsite because the trail does come through here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hike up the road here and go up, I don't know, a little ways where the Horseshoe Trail crosses. And then I'm going to follow the trail, and it kind of, well, it makes kind of a horseshoe. It goes way out around this kind of hill back here behind me. And I've hiked on parts of it during the course of my stay here because a lot of trails use it as a connector. But when I come up, I'll wind up connecting to the Lenape Trail, which is behind me right here. And then it'll bring me back up to this parking lot. Beautiful morning. Of course, when I wake up this morning, the sun is up, like out. I noticed last night the stars are out. I got some astrophotography. And when I got up this morning, I'm gonna start walking. When I got up this morning to start taking stuff out to the car, and I was making my breakfast and getting stuff out to the car. It's just turning 8 o'clock now. I technically have 2 more hours I could be in the cabin, but I also have a 2.5 hour drive to get home. So I want to get out a little bit early and get something in. But I opened the door to a little gray cat who's just hanging out on my porch. And I'm guessing this is a little cat that ran past me while I was in the hammock the other night and knocked over my shovel because he was sitting up by where the shovel was sitting. Very friendly, very nice. Really, really just wanted probably to get warm and some pets. So while I was getting ready and coming in and out, spent a little time talking to the cat, which I was calling Frenchie. This French Creek State Park, I don't know, had to give him a name. So Frenchie is now, last time I saw Frenchie at the cabin, sitting on the porch, standing guard. So whoever comes in tonight, you may have a pet cat for your time, for while you're here, for at least 2 nights. So, all right. So the Scott Run area here, Scott's Run Lake. There is restrooms, there's fishing, there's parking, there's this very nice road I'm on. There's a picnic area right here. And I'm pretty sure when I was just driving, I saw Bigfoot. I'm 99.5% sure it was just a cardboard cutout, but I guess you never know. Okay, I can put my glove on because my hand's freezing holding the camera. And I gotta pull the map and see exactly how far up I can, what the furthest I can go on the road and get on the horseshoe trails. Officially back on the Horseshoe Trail. Comes in from this direction and it heads out of the park that way. So there's like a group camping area. I'm gonna come down and follow the Horseshoe Trail. I don't know if I'm even getting that. Yeah, Horseshoe Trail. And then, oh look, back on the Boone Trail. Now I know when I do trips like this, sometimes people go, hey, yo, it was 2 minutes in the video before you got onto the trail you said you're gonna do. technically I started on the trail because it goes right past. I'm going right back to where I just started before I head off into the woods. But yeah, so a couple corrections. The Horseshoe Trail is not 110 miles, it's 140 miles. Maybe it's 10 miles that go through the park, I don't know. And it goes from Valley Forge to the AT, so it's like east-west. And oddly, it's just yellow blazes here. At the terminus, there was a horseshoe. And when I was over in the Hopewell Furnace National Historic Site a couple days ago, this trail goes through there, and there they had the horseshoes. I'll put a picture of that up. So in some spots you'll see yellow blaze, in some spots yellow horseshoes. I think this is where I leave the Boone Trail. So if I would have followed the Boone Trail the other day, it would have brought me along here. But yeah, that's a little confusing. The Boone Trail is going to go to the right, the Horseshoe Trail to the left, and the left is where we're going. And then over here, looks like some group camping sites for the state park. That's a big group camping area. There's another one I passed on the, so the road I walked up is over here. And right down there a little ways, there was another group camping site, but I don't think it was that big. That's massive. I am glad to see that sun. And I'm glad I spent the extra day here. Because if I was home, I wouldn't be doing this. And tomorrow, like starting Saturday, looks like until Wednesday into the new year, there's just rain in the forecast. So I guess I'll take the cloudy days ahead while I was here. If I just get a little bit of sun today, that's awesome. But rain is on its way. Over there says a group camping site. And I think that's geese. Yeah, okay. So I'm a mile and a half in, and I'm right behind the car again. But I'm not done. Just starting. I've done sections of this intermittently throughout the 4 days I've been here, just because a lot of trails use the Horseshoe Trail as a connector, since it does run straight through. All right, so I go, there it is. Okay, so this is the Lenape Trail. So the cabins are right up over there. I used this section the other day. Came up here, so the Lenape Trail goes that way. It takes you over to the campground. I, however, can make the right this time. Follow the Horseshoe and Lenape for a little bit, and then split off and just be back on the Horseshoe Trail again. All right, so more slightly confusing blades, but this is just showing me that the Lenape goes to the left and the Horseshoe goes to the right, which is what the sign is going to tell me as well. This would take me back down towards Hopewell Lake and the Hopewell Furnace National Historic Site. Okay, I am 2.5 miles in now, and there's that Boone Trail and that Turtle Trail. Been on both of them, and actually on Tuesday when I got here, I hiked up to the fire tower, which is right up there, and I came down this trail, and then I went to Scotch Run. But Horseshoe Trail today, going the opposite way. Now I'm back on new trail. And this is the Boone, no, I'm sorry, the Horseshoe and Turtle Trails. I'm not sure how far the Turtle Trail follows this. I know it does split off eventually. Oh, this gravel. This is gravel. Oh, I wasn't expecting see this out in all the woods. Okay. So I said this in another video while I was out here. French Creek State Park, really good at maintaining the trails. Like, you don't see stuff like, I know this is an equestrian trail, but you don't see stuff like this. There is a road not far from here, but, well, maybe there's a road right here. Okay, it makes more sense. Oh yeah, there's a road right here. All right, so it's not as far out as I thought, but still, don't let that take away from the fact that that is really well maintained. Well signed, well maintained. I think there's only like 1 or 2 spots where I saw the trail was a little, like, it didn't quite match what the map said. But I mean, it was easy enough to figure out. It wasn't completely confusing. All right, so this is the road that takes you up to that fire tower up there. And is that a vista? Does that drop off? Let me look at the maps. There might be a vista right over there. Look at your map right here. So right now I'm right here, and that does kind of drop off, but there's no marked vista. It's just a road and a looks like a primitive camping spot. But I started over here. I walked up this road, went up to here, got back on the trail, came back down and around, and then you go all the way out and around here, all the way back to this road, where I'll get back on, is that the campground road? No, this is Park Road. I'll follow that up and then get back on the Lenape Trail and go back to Scotch Run Lake. That's the plan. Very nice trail though. So apparently the Horseshoe Trail used to go that way. There's a little yellow blaze on that, but it's been rerouted. Not sure why. I mean, we are pretty close to farmland here, so it may go, that may have been private property that they had right away to, and the farm decided they needed the land, something like that. I don't know, but I think we're still well within the state park. I think the, like, out where that field is where the state park ends, or at least close to it. But it is well marked, and these are pretty new blazes, so this reroute happened recently. But as I say that, the trail is very well worn in, so maybe they just recently reblazed it. So I'm on the other side of the Ridge Trail now, and this would take me back over to that fire tower, which is out there. I don't think I can see that from here. So I started way over here. I've gone all the way out along basically the foot of this little hill, all the way out around on the Horseshoe Trail. And for a decent part of it, the turtle loop too. So I don't know what this is over here. It's a little depression. I don't know if it's a field or if it's just a little valley. I don't think there's a lake or anything out here. And saw my first person on the trail. I just went a trail running by, going the other way. These are good trails to do that on, because they're pretty. There's a few rocks here and there, but not bad at all. believe this might be where the Turtle Trail splits off from the Horseshoe Trail. So I think the Turtle Trail is like a loop, and I think, yeah, Park Road Trailhead. So that would take me down to the main park office and Turtle Loop Horseshoe. I see yellow there. I see yellow there. I think I go this way. I gotta look at the map. And I need a snack, so it's a good time to do that. But yeah, I think I go this way. But I'll double check. That was much needed. Had a Cliff Bar, some fig cookies. What are they called? Nature baked or something like that. I forget what they're called. They're not fig Newtons though. They're bigger. They're much better. I had a couple of those, and then I had a beef stick that Dragon gave me. It was like Dungeons and Dragons hickory smoked venison and beef. Oh man, it was good. It was really good. And then some Gatorade, nice and fueled up. And then looking at the map, so yeah, this takes me down. There's another junction not too far where the Turtle Trail eventually does split off. That little lollipop takes you down to the state park office. That's the trailhead. But the Horseshoe Trail continues along a little further down the park road, and that's where I'll be getting off when I get up to there. So really nice hike, really easy hiking. Not a lot of views per se, just the forest itself. Beautiful forest. I can imagine in summer when the trees are all leafed out, and you know, it's probably really nice in here, nice and shady. But I'm kind of happy that it's not right now, getting some sun. It's not real warm. I think it was like 25 or something when I woke up this morning, and it was still about that when I started the hike. And it hasn't really warmed up, but the sun feels good. Okay, so here's where I officially disembark from the Turtle Trail. It goes back down the park road by the park office, staying on Horseshoe Trail. Now it's just yellow blazes for a little while until I run back into the Lenape Trail, and then I'll be getting off the Horseshoe Trail. So I don't know, maybe 5 minutes down the trail, and I'm on the Boone Trail again. That's just may not seem as funny to you, but the Boone Trail is a loop that goes through this park, and it's kind of like the Horseshoe Trail and the Lenape Trail. All three of these trails just keep on like crossing each other and merging and then splitting and then crossing and then merging and splitting. This is probably the 20th or so time I've been on the Boone Trail for like a little segment. I did a good chunk of the Boone Trail already, just as the full trail. But it's funny how often these trails all intermingle. I don't know if you can hear that car in the background, but I can see the road, and the road is where I get off the Horseshoe Trail. It continues on, keeps on going all the way to Valley Forge. This at the road is where I'm going to make the left, get on the Lenape Trail, and head back up to the car. All in all, French Creek State Park has been awesome. Still a huge section of it I never even got to, and more trails than you can. I think 35 miles of trail I think they got here, so more than you can do in probably a day or two. But very nice. It's not very far for me to get back up to the car, so since this was for the Horseshoe Trail, I'm gonna wrap it up when I touch the pavement. Now, I have hiked other sections of the Horseshoe Trail through here, including through the Hopewell Furnace area. I was on it over there, and here it is across the road. It goes, Horseshoe Trail goes that way. I'm going that way. I hope you guys enjoy this. I'm not sure how long this video is going to be, but Horseshoe Trail section that I could get done while I was here is completed. Time for me to start my 2.5-hour ride home. And glad I got out with some sun for this trip. But with the weather that's coming, like I said before, I'll gladly accept those gray days instead of rainy days, which we're gonna have here for the rest of the year, it looks like. So hope you enjoyed it. Get to see what my next adventure is gonna be here after this long drive. See you in the next.